What to include in the final written strategic plan document. Every strategic plan document should be customized for the organization, but there are a few things that no matter where your organization is or what you do that you should include. And I'm going to share those with you right now. The first is your cover page. This is going to be your branding, your header, your logo, and the dates for the strategic planning period. If you have a 3-year plan, that would be indicated there. If you have a 5 or 10-year plan, that date will appear on that first page. You will want to follow that with a table of contents, just simply letting everyone know what they can expect in that document. And then that should be followed with an executive summary. Now, an executive summary, much like you would see in a grant writing process, allows a person to know what to expect, but it's a little bit different in the strategic planning process. We are going to let them to know what to expect in the strategic plan, but this speaks more to what process led into the strategic plan. So it might be, due to a particular reason, or maybe the organization is poising for success and a new capital campaign. We've determined that this is the right time to move forward with the strategic plan, and these are the steps that we engaged in to create the following plan. So when we look at the executive summary in the context of a strategic plan document, we want to know, what did the leadership of the organization do to create this plan? Did you hire a facilitator? Did you do this in-house? Was it over a series of board meetings? Did it happen at a retreat? Did you have stakeholder engagement? If so, what did that look like? So the executive summary provides a very brief, usually a paragraph, maybe 2 or 3, about what process took place to create the plan. Number 4, we want to see a description of your organization. That's going to be very brief. Maybe when you were founded, what was the purpose? Anything specific to your organization that you can share in a nutshell. You will follow that with your core messaging, or you might put the core messaging above that. That might be your vision and mission statement. If you have any other core messaging, that would appear somewhere here at the beginning of the document to provide context for the organization before you move into the organization's plan. You might also include your value statements. So if you have those core values or value statements, that would appear before you get into the major goals section of your strategic planning document. After you have set the stage and we know about the organization, we know what to expect in the document, we're going to move into the practical vision section. So you might say organizational vision, and it's short-term vision for the next 3 to 5 years, whatever the time period is that your plan is covering. You're going to outline what that vision looks like, because strategic plans should be vision-oriented with specific goals to follow. So those practical visions, or those ambitious visions, might be broad. They might not qualify as SMART goals. For those of you who know what SMART goals are, they might be things like, we want a robust and thriving program. We want more diversity in our leadership and in our audience. Those are very, inspirational, but success might look different to everyone. But it is important to have those visionary statements to set the direction, because goals might change, but once we've established the vision, we can adapt accordingly. After that vision, we might ask about barriers or blocks. What are the things that might impede us from moving forward? Then from there, how do we get around those things and have strategies? So we have a vision, we identify the things that might prevent us from achieving that. Then we speak to the strategies the organization is going to implement, and we share our action and implementation plan. So you should have that visionary goals, but you should have right after that, what are the success indicators? We're going to talk about that in another strategic planning video when we get all into goals, so you can check that out. But definitely your broad vision goals, your SMART goals, then you follow with strategies, action and implementation plan. And at the end of your document, you're going to want to have your attachments. Those are any supporting documents that will help provide context for the content within. Remember, who's going to be reading this? So you say, oh, we don't know what we should include in the attachments. Just consider who's going to be looking at that core document. Is it going to be new staff members, new board members? Most organizations don't distribute the final strategic plan document in its entirety to their stakeholders, on their website. Some may, but most find that the community won't read all that. They extract the most important pieces. So think, what things will provide context? Is it a quick snapshot of your budget? Is it a quick snapshot or the full information from the stakeholder feedback process? If you're prepping for a capital campaign, do you have some of the renderings and some of the information about that capital campaign that's pertinent to the strategic planning process? So anything like that, that is really up to you what you want to include in your attachments, but it should provide context for the plan and for the people who are reading it.